Whose fault is your anxiety? That's the big question, isn't it? My name is Jeffrey Loveday and I'm a hypnoanalyst. Now, I can tell you many success stories, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to change. I'm going to tell you a story. It's a true story about a lady, and this lady was foreign, she lived abroad. And she had a good family, children, husband, good job, very comfortable. One day, her husband goes out to work. An hour or so later, there's a knock on the door. The police are there. They ask them if they can come in and for her to sit down. They tell her that her husband has thrown himself off a multi-story building and killed. This lady is in a state of shock, as you can imagine. Her life has been taken away from her. She starts to blame herself. It's my fault. I should have done something. I should have seen something to help him. Then she begins to start to think more. He's a coward. Why did he do this? Why could he leave his children, his three girls, and a young boy just being born? How could he leave them? What are we going to do? Panic set in. She started to cry. You can imagine, can't you? The shock was so devastating for this lady that her life was perfect in every way, but things changed. The anxiety hit her right between the eyes. 12 months goes by. During that time, she's trying to survive. Her mum tries to help her, her dad tries to help her, but all she thinks of is the past. That's right, that's what we do, isn't it? We think of the past. She starts to form diseases in her body like ulcers. She puts weight on. She wakes up one day and her legs, she can't move. She has paralysis. She rings her mum or rings the hospital, and eventually they come down, they take her to the hospital. And she comes out weeks later on tablets and sticks, walking sticks. Her friends say, you need to help yourself. She can't help herself because she's so far down this well, she can't get out. Let's go meditate. We'll go to a workshop of meditation. She goes. She comes back and still the same. She feels the same, but going worse. She's in a relationship. She finds someone who abuses her. As time goes on, the years go by, and things don't get from bad to worse. She doesn't feel too good. She goes to the hospital, has blood tests. She's got cancer. She decides to go to chemotherapy and radiotherapy. She comes back after having chemo and radiotherapy, and she collapses on the floor. As she collapsed, she realized something. That was her fault. She put all this into her mind. She realized that it was down to her that made her feel this way. Then she realized something. That spark of hope, that hope which connected to her, and she realized that if she gave it to herself, couldn't she take it away? Well, then she started to fight back. She started to meditate, and she started to smile. As the weeks gone on, the months went by, she started to smile more and started to see the blue sky. Months goes by and the paralysis in her legs goes. She can walk. Her body inside starts to heal. She sees things differently, and she realizes now that things can get better. Oh, by the way, the doctors never contacted her. She never went back afterwards, after the one session of chemotherapy and radiotherapy. 6 months goes by, and she goes to the doctor to get blood tests. She goes to the hospital, and everything's clear. Her body is completely clear from cancer. Isn't that amazing? This is something she did for herself because she gave it to herself, you see. It's amazing what we can do to ourselves, isn't it? No, I know that you can get through this. You see, I can tell you many success stories, but by the end of the day, it's up to you to change. Not up to me, not up to any hypnotist or psychologist. It's down to you.